And it says we're live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever. I hope y'all got rocks in your pockets. Oops, that's a little bit.
Right.
Yeah,
There you
right.
go.
All right. If you would like to keep us anchored to the ground,
And the heat on.
and the heat on, because it was 32 damn degrees this morning. I've had the furnace turned off for 2 weeks. Ko-fi.com, the blanket fort. All donations graciously and gratefully accepted.
Yes, and appreciated.
Coffee, when it's 32 degrees, coffee is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. King Harv's Imperial Coffees at www.kingharv.com. Friend of ours, you probably want to try the Blanket Fort blend or the Raptor Press blend. If you do, if you order anything from King Harv's, please let him know you heard about it from us so he can be appropriately grateful in bags of coffee. Among the Leaves tees. Everybody needs sassy t-shirts. You can get your sassy t-shirts here. tinyurl.com/Among the Leaves tees. Another friend of ours, if you order from him, please remind him or mention to him that you heard about it. Please let him know you heard about it from us.
It's too cold.
Right?
This weather's friggin' ridiculous.
It's Texas.
Yeah. Texas, Oklahoma.
Oh my God, my accountant's on here. Yay!
Hey, at least Jen hasn't blown away yet. We had
skinny girl.
50-mile-an-hour winds gusting to 60 down here yesterday. And I was going in to take care of some stuff with a car dealer. And I was running down 287. And I'm watching tractor trailers literally change lanes. I mean, literally one lane to the other, back and forth in the wind. It's like, damn.
And my little Rita, who likes being cold when she sleeps, woke up last night and found there was an extra blanket on the bed. It's like, okay, somebody got cold.
If you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes.
No kidding.
This has been to put it mild, an unusual winter.
Spring is falling right along with the unusual part.
Yeah, we have not had the really cold temps that we needed to kill the bugs.
Well, we had a brief bout of 3 degree?
Yeah, 3 degrees, but
very brief.
Freaking mosquitoes yesterday evening.
Really?
Yes.
It's too early in the year for mosquitoes.
Yeah. 60, warm and sunny. Yeah, differs. Enjoy it. We're supposed to be back 79 tomorrow?
Something like that.
Something like that.
It's Texas, so it'll probably be expecting 79, get 99.
Yeah.
Because, why not? It's Texas. Surprise!
And, yeah. The massive thunderstorms that they were predicting went around us again.
Oh, of course.
Which, I mean, we got a sprinkler or two, but really nothing that helped us at all.
We got an announcement over the way that the weather radar said $50 sized hail.
Yeah.
And Rita and I don't have a garage. We don't have covered parking. So I grabbed the Dachshund, loaded up in my and drove over to the covered parking at the county extension office. And we sat there and got nothing.
Yeah.
Not a thing.
Tornadoes to the west of us.
Hail to the east.
Hail to the east.
Stuck in the middle again.
Yeah. And I was talking to Sarah Clithrow up in Wichita, and she's going, yeah, it looks like there might be some weather coming our way. I said, you think?
If you're on Facebook, the Gulf Coast weather or something or other, I linked them on my page a couple of days ago, has a very Texas outlook when they do weather reports. And it's not just the Gulf Coast they do weather reports for. When they do weather reports, they don't do tornado, this area tornado watch, this area tornado warning. They do what clothes you should go to bed in.
Yeah.
And if you're in the fully dressed, holding your Bible with eyes wide open, that's tornado warning.
Yeah. That does bring up another point. I grew up in this part of the country, so I always, even as a child, had pants, shirt, shoes ready to go.
Hmm?
I wonder how many people even have a set of clothes ready to go.
I have some, but I sleep in army running shorts, and sometimes a t-shirt. But it's a stuff on my skin thing. But I have army running shorts that I've gone running for miles in, and a t-shirt close by with shoes. When it's cold in the winter, I've got a full set close by that I can grab. Rita sleeps in jammies and a top all the time. If she grew up in Arkansas, if there's tornadoes, she doesn't want to be on the news in something less than respectable. I don't care.
Teeth and bras. Yeah, it's going to be storm tonight.
Teeth
Yeah.
and bras, people. Teeth and bras.
Yeah.
Somebody read my MHI Files 2 story. Thank you. Also read Mike Burke's and Nick Nethery's.
Yes, they were both good stories.
Yes, Tangent Online was quite.
Yeah.
They did a review of MHI 2 and were quite complimentary.
Now, I will admit, when I was stationed in California and we had a 5.6, 6.0 earthquake hit middle of the night, I did go outside in my shorts. That was all I had on. And I was laughing at some of the neighbors.
Army rank shorts, otherwise Ranger panties. Ranger panties or silkies?
Yeah.
There's a meme running around Facebook that's some guys train in case they have to fight a guy naked in the dark. Other guys train because they want to.
Yeah.
You put on your silkies.
Yeah. You might wind up with a nearly naked discount in the shelter. The main thing is seek shelter. That's the important stuff. The other stuff you can work around.
There's a story from El Paso of a sheriff's office lieutenant in a pair of Rhodesian brushstroke silkies chasing and a Glock 19 chasing a attempted burglar through the I don't say reception area in front of the main desk. And the thing about El Paso is nobody got wrapped on the axle about it.
Yeah.
I looked up, this guy standing in the doorway. Charge! Nobody got wrapped around the axle.
Of course not. Nobody gives a
thought
rat's
that
ass.
was you. Shit. I hate it when I tell a story and somebody goes, "That was you." I hate that shit. The Louis L'Amour reference. Not only surprisingly few people got that. I wrote the team leader is Angela Wainwright, and I wrote that her grandfather was Valentine Sackett from the from that area of Tennessee, and not as many people got that as I expected.
Yeah. A friend of mine has been teasing me all morning. Whoops.
Damn, that's nice.
Yeah. I know you can't see it all that well because it won't stay still, but a engraved Colt Python with real stag grips on it. And my friend works for a gun shop, and they actually sent it back to Colt to have it worked on. And apparently Colt freaked out because somebody's actually shooting them. And my response back to him was, yeah, there are those of us that do shoot those Colts. Yep, that's a church gun,
That's
Johnny.
a church gun. It is.
357 Python short barrel.
I'm sorry, but the 3-inch Colt Pythons were the perfect, honestly, to me, were the perfect snubby.
Yeah.
The 3-inch Colt Pythons. Didn't make a lot of them. 3-inch Colt Pythons were the perfect snubby. And I desperately want one of the new generation. I realize it's not really a Python. I still want one.
No, it is a Python. It's just it's been reworked. The mainspring is slightly different.
Mhm.
And the lockup design is a little bit different. But other than that, that's a real Python.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, there's a bunch of folks. Hey, not a real Python. I still want one.
yeah.
I like 3-inch. I like 3-inch 357 snubbies.
Yeah.
I do. The 3-inch Colt Python and the Smith & Wesson 66 3-incher that the detectives for California Highway Patrol got were those perfect. One of Rita's favorite carry gun that used to be mine is a 3-inch model 19, 3819 that she carries that thing everywhere.
2 3/4 inch Smith 19.2. Yeah. 19.2 is a good gun.
I got full on.
It just turns the wrong friggin' way.
No, it's model 10, not a 19, model 10. It's a 38 model 10 with 3-inch. Lightly worked over, and I carried that for ages, and then all of a sudden this little thing that showed up in my life glommed onto it.
Yeah. Lemoore books are interesting. I've read just about all of them. I think I have read all of them. And the second series is probably one of the most outstanding series.
Yeah, I said her grandfather that taught her how to fight and use explosives was Valentine Sackett.
Yeah.
And I was expecting a lot more people to go, ah!
I caught it.
Well,
Security sixes are good pistols.
they're tanks.
I can't stand Rugers. I can't stand the grip.
Ruger knuckle is a thing.
Yes. A friend of mine literally had a dent in his knuckle, literally a dent, because that's all he shot was Rugers.
Mm-hmm. The first thing I do with my Rugers is yank the grips and put on grips that fill in. There's what referred to as Ruger knuckle. There's the space behind the trigger guard between the trigger guard and grip. If you're riding up high, your middle finger is in, and then Ruger knuckle, it's close enough that if you squeeze off a round, the back trigger will bounce off your knuckle.
Yeah. And it literally, if you do it enough, it puts a dent right there in your finger.
It hurts. So
and it hurts.
And Ruger grips are easy enough to yank off and put on new ones. VZ makes great grips that fill in the back.
Packmeyer
makes great grips. Matter of fact, there's a Packmeyer on the that 3-inch Model 10 that Rita's got. My old 3-inch Model 10. A lot of times I put on revolvers, I pull the grips. I'd like to say it's just because I can, but sometimes on some of the old revolvers, the grips were an afterthought.
Yeah.
And people, the manufacturers expect you to change out the grips.
Well, that's why the T-grip was invented.
Mm-hmm. Tyler T-grip.
Yeah.
Hammer. HAMRE makes a great fill-in for the Ruger.
Yeah. Yeah. Colt Commanders, that's a classic. 100-plus-year-old design still works.
Yeah. There are some you can. I have a speech about this that I give at cons when we start talking about firearms. Weapons are a trade-off. And we got into pretty much perfection from the get-go. To make a firearm better, you either have to launch a heavier bullet, launch the bullet faster, or launch a heavier bullet faster. All of which have the trade-off in recoil. And there is a level of recoil that everyone has their own limit to recoil. To make a round, I don't care about your foo-foo gimmick rip rounds.
Yeah.
Only way you can make it better is either one, make it move faster, or make it heavier moving, or both. And the trade-off is recoil. And there are people, and the average human doesn't like 454 recoil.
Well, there's another problem too, and that occurs in rifles. You can actually, make it pretty and make it boomer. You can actually end up with a bullet that's too heavy for the rifle or the rifling in the barrel.
Oh yeah.
And people don't realize how much of a difference that makes. Where it really shows is in the accuracy. A friend of mine right now he's got an M1A that he took to the range, and he was given some 118 LR, which is a 172 grain bullet. And the M1A is shooting about a 4.5 inch pattern at 100 yards.
1 in 16 rifling?
Yeah. The 172 grain bullet is actually too heavy.
Needs a 1 in 9?
Needs a 1 in 9.
Yeah.
So the bullet is actually not stabilizing coming out of the barrel. Yep, that's another way to look at it.
The tighter the rifling needs to be. And tighter rifling, you get faster spin.
Yeah.
And we discovered this real early on in the 90s. You could get some of the we were still learning about bolt construction, and some of the heavier stuff that we were running with different jackets and stuff. We were starting to run heavier bullets, but jacketed. And since they're heavier, we were spinning them faster.
Yep.
And jacket separation back in the day was a thing. They would spin fast enough, they'd peel the jacket off.
Also, it was destabilizing.
Yeah.
Because when you put that much spin on it, it tends to do odd things as it comes out of the barrel.
Can.
And it also makes the barrel flex differently than it's designed to do, which is something a lot of people don't understand. Is the barrel, as the bullet is fired down the barrel moves in 3 axes. It elongates, it moves vertical, and it moves horizontal.
It's barrel harmonic sort of thing.
Yeah.
And repeatable accuracy is having the muzzle in the same place.
Yep.
When the bullet exits. That's why bull barrels being a thicker barrel, tend to be more accurate.
Yep.
Because they tend to stabilize harmonics better.
Yep. You don't need that much English. That's true, Jesse.
Well, it's one of the things I'm worried about with the 277 Fury, the Army's new round with the 80,000 PSI chamber pressure.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, have they actually studied the external ballistics of that round?
I don't think so.
I don't think they have either.
Yeah, Johnny, the slow motion footage. What other people don't understand is that the barrels heat up.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the classic case, a buddy of mine, very nice rifle. It was a Browning A-bolt. And he brought it out. Now, we were shooting fairly long range. And 6.8 blackout, not 8.6.
No, there's a new 8.6.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Another friggin' Wildcat?
It's not Wildcat. They've got a factory loading it. It's got SAM specs and everything. It's the rounds. It's a round looking for a reason to exist.
It's another fucking Wildcat round. Manufacturers are not going to make it in mass. It's going to be just like trying to get a hold of a box of Alexander's.
Oh, yeah, yep. I'm not arguing.
Yeah.
It's got SAMI specs and it's got somebody's loading it.
Oh, God.
And I really don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why. 8.6 blackout it's up. I think at 375. They took a 300 blackout and I think popped open to 375.
Jesus. Why, oh, why, oh, why? Anyway, getting back to my original comment. A pencil barrel or a thinner barrel is going to heat up faster.
Mm-hmm.
And when you fire multiple rounds out of it, you change the dynamic and the harmonics on the barrel. Another advantage of the bull barrel.
Mm-hmm. Heats up slower.
heats up much slower.
And increased surface mass means increased heat dissipation. The thing about with barrel heating up, as Jim says, when metal is heated, it expands.
Yep.
And also, as he pointed out, the harmonics change. Heated metal doesn't vibrate like cool metal does. We could get this is an entire hour-long episode right here.
God, man. Probably should not have even started down this path. There are reasons for free-floating barrels. There are also reasons for pinning a barrel.
Free-floating barrel. If you've got a barrel that vibrates, if you post it, that changes the vibration. Free floating, it's only locked at the chamber, so it can free float, like Jim says, in 3 axes.
Yeah.
If it's not free floated, if it's bedded, that changes the harmonics.
Yep. 454 snubby. Okay, you go ahead and shoot that thing.
Yeah, no.
I'll stand over here and watch.
I've got a wrist brace you can borrow.
Yeah. I need a wrist brace afterwards.
Metallurgy. The thing that a whole bunch of gun grabbers don't understand is the science and metallurgy behind a firearm. Okay. A firearm allows you to initiate a rapid gas expansion and use that gas expansion to drive a malleable pellet down a rapidly vibrating harmonic cylinder with repeatable accuracy.
Yeah.
Guns are fascinating and fantastic. At the same time, they're also 1890s technology that was designed in a bicycle shop.
1890s, how about 1760s?
Well, modern John Moses Browning, peace be upon him, is the father of modern repeatable for the most part. So we're going to say 1870s tech. Designed to be done in a bicycle shop, which means, quite honestly, firearm tech in anybody's garage shop, no issues.
Yeah.
No.
Jeff, you're exactly right. Barrel heating was one of the reasons that World War I machine guns had water cooled or oil cooled.
Yep.
Yep.
Still are.
Yeah. And the machine guns put on aircraft were all air cooled because they ducted them, patah.
Yeah. And you got plenty of air moving quick. Might as well use it.
Air would definitely cool a barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the other problem was a lot of the machine guns on the aircraft were free floated for obvious reasons. And the other thing was that they were, if you look at pictures of World War II aircraft, World War I aircraft for that matter, World War I aircraft, the guns were basically centerline. By the time we get to World War II, they've moved out into the wings. Well, once you move those guns out into the wings, you have to have a convergence point somewhere ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
The convergence point was determined, quote unquote, at least from what I read, and I'm not sure I'm remembering it correctly, at about 200 yards. So that limited you about how far you could be from the target to hit it accurately. So you had to close the other airplane to within 200 yards. Then you get to the P-38s and you get to the B-25 weapons modules. Those were basically centerline weapons. So now that there was no convergence, it was straight ahead down the center line of the aircraft. Then you get into the deviation. And if you've ever fired a bullet from an airplane, it tails off because it's going to go the direction the aircraft was headed at the time. And then it's going to be affected by the spin of the bullet.
Also, something I learned. I learned this as wisdom in my small arms specialist class when we were in the Browning M2 module. In World War II, a lot of the convergence, as Jim says, you had to have all arounds in a certain in a plane at a certain distance. Well, for quick and dirty, they loaded up tracers.
Yep.
And they were firing tracers and
1 in 5.
well to when they're aiming the machine gun barrels, they would load up a load of tracers and they would fire and use the tracers that's our convergence. Then they'd load up 1 in 5. Trouble is, the 4 ball rounds didn't have the same trajectory as the tracer.
Yep.
So it's a Jana.
Hey, Jana. The other fun part was one of the ways that, at least in the Navy, it was done in World War II to align some of the guns was 16 penny nails.
Really?
Yeah. They would pound the 16 penny nails into the leading edge of the wing to stabilize the direction that particular gun was pointing.
Left and right limit stakes on
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. Tracers get lighter.
Yeah, so
that is a fact.
They were, and I've lost a word. Squirrels, glow stick, fuck. Now, as they were setting up the gun barrels or the machine guns to converge at 200 yards, whatever it was. They for quick and dirty did tracers. Watch the tracers, went good enough.
Yeah.
And then when the planes were getting up there, so we can't hit shit. Well, the ball ammo was not following the same trajectory as the tracers.
It was actually going higher.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. What they were told it wasn't going the same direction, and it was a tale told.
I'm sorry, it's opposite. They were going lower. Tracers were getting lighter and going higher.
And it was told, don't if you're going to sight in whatever, be sure you use the ammunition that you will be firing.
Yeah, Robert, that's another good point. One of the P-38 units in Westpac got rid of their tracers completely. And their kill rate went up because the bad guys didn't know they were being shot at until the airplane exploded.
Doesn't surprise me. We need to be off on slightly more cheerful stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, but before we get to cheerful stuff, God bless y'all on the Kelly Grayson
Yes.
fundraiser. Thank you. He's still well short of where he needs to be. So if y'all could pass that around. Kelly's good, folks, and he's in a bad way. And the man's pride, can be very Cajun sometimes. The man's pride, he has a great deal of difficulty asking for help. He's great at handing out help, but when he needs it, he finds it impossible to ask. So I'm asking for him. If you could pass the word,
doesn't have to be much. Anything helps. Don't buy a Starbucks. Well, hell, don't buy Starbucks, period. But
who's Starbucks? What's Starbucks in this time? Starbucks.
They are apparently leaving Seattle.
Where are they going to?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Fuck around and find out.
And the former founder, Schultz, is moving to Florida.
Tired of getting taxed into the poorhouse. Don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Burnt coffee and olive oil. Yeah. One thing,
Charbucks for a reason.
Yeah. One thing to remember, folks. Now we're all in this mess together. I would like to do more to help Kelly out. If I had it, I'd give it to him. But I do have to also thank you that reached out and helped my cousin. Her husband is the one that died because of the toilet papering incident down in Georgia and made the national news.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And as of this morning, they've raised $497,000 for the family. It's not going to bring Jason back, but at least the kids will have something going forward when they get ready to go to school. Both Laura and Jason were teachers at the high school. Jason was also the golf coach. That's always a good golfer. Can't beat anybody in my damn family for some reason. Anyhow, they were also heavily involved in the church. That's the eastern side of the family there. But I just want to thank everybody that reached out, said a prayer for them, and donated. Thank you. Moving on to other things. The Timu Ayatollah that we have now, apparently for the assembly where he was crowned, whatever you want to call
Probably
it.
had a cardboard cutout.
They actually, I thought it was a joke, and it's not. They actually used a cardboard cutout with a picture of his head on it. And his first so-called pronouncement was that they were closing the Straits of Hormuz.
Yeah, good luck with that. You have to have a
Well,
Navy to close the Straits of Hormuz.
oh, they're going to mine it. They claim they've already mined it. But, yeah. He had Stanley Ayatollah. But the real truth is the Navy has already destroyed at least 3 of their mine layers. And back in the day, the first Gulf War, a friend of mine was a SEAL, was one of the ones that found one of their mine layers in the straits. And they actually boarded it and seized it. And it was a ship that had been purposely set up, quote unquote, as a fishing boat with a completely concealed mine laying package in the hull. So, yes, this is not the first time they've tried to do that.
Joe, I know it's not actually a cardboard cutout, but it's funnier to say that. Yep. They actually use a framed portrait to swear in.
Yeah.
Or whatever. To invest him with his as the supreme leader, they invested a framed picture of him.
Yeah, Johnny, that's something else. Tankers are going through the states.
Yeah.
However, if you look at the AIS map, it shows nothing going through the straits because the tankers are pulling the plug on their AIS. Yes, that can be done. And trucking on through.
I would.
Yeah.
I have automatic target locator target location set on my GPS. I should turn that off.
Yeah. The other thing about AIS, which is a myth, I guess I'll say, was that AIS couldn't be turned off and it could never be changed. I'm here to tell you, folks, that is bullshit.
Greg, are you serious? One of the tankers went through using the AIS ID code of I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. There have been a number of interesting ones go through. But yes, AIS can be changed. I've watched Chinese fishing boats do it. I've watched combatants go by showing a cargo tanker AIS. Yeah, it's electronics. This is the whole thing. Everybody swore up and down. Oh, this stuff is, can't be changed. It'll always be on. Everybody will always know where they are. Bullshit. The boxes have an off on switch on them. It's a code that you set. Yeah, Rick. Number of acronyms are popping up. Anyway, AIS is not invincible. It's not the be-all, end-all.
Remembering that a lot of times the crew gets paid when they off-ship the oil.
Yeah. AIS versus an EPIRB. EPIRB only goes off when the ship sinks and it gets in salt water.
It's an emergency
Priority information reporting beacon, or emergency position information reporting beacon. Yeah, you can still unplug it, Kermit.
And apparently they are. So everybody was the legacy media was looking at the AIS. Oh my God, the straits are closed down. Yeah, a whole bunch of folks are there watching the tankers go by.
Yeah. EPIRBs. This is one of those strange but true. The center that handles all of the EPIRBs in the world is University of Alaska in Fairbanks. And Dr. Bob Barton used to run it. And all of the Atlantic and Pacific, North Atlantic, North Pacific responses are actually run by the Canadians out of Greenwood.
Huh.
So they're actually the ones that do the dispatching for all countries. It's one of those interesting little, yeah. USS FAFO has arrived at Hormuz. Yeah.
Seriously? That'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be great if it has.
No, Rick, actually, they do not have to have AIS active to maintain insurance coverage. There are caveats in the way Lloyd's and the others wrote their coverage. And it just says where applicable, and it doesn't go into where the applicable really is. Nancy, the Coastie office in Seattle was a secondary dispatch. In other words, Greenwood, the office in Greenwood would tell the Coasties that they had an EPIRB at X location, dispatch as appropriate. And that's what it was. It was a dispatch as appropriate. Johnny, sailors are going to do whatever the hell they want to do. Greg, I'm not sure that Lloyd's has actually changed their mind. The last that I heard on that, Lloyd said, if you want to keep your premium, you pay 500% higher.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
A license to print money.
Well, the thing is, Lloyd's lost their intel feed from MI6.
No.
So they no longer had an accurate prediction of what was going on.
No.
And when everybody else in the reinsuring business found that out, they all kind of went, yeah, I'm not touching it, Lloyd's anymore. Yeah, the chopper crews are going to get their flight hours in. Normally, the HM birds don't fly unless they already have a report of actual mines. And to the best of my knowledge, for what that's worth at this time, since I'm no longer connected, is that I don't think there have actually been mines sighted in the Straits of Hormuz.
That would be underwater drones or sea drones. I think that would be, mine detection would be a great job for send a drone to go find the mines rather than a boat full of people.
Well, there's a problem with that. Mines can either be drifting or they can be anchored. The other problem is mines are not normally on the surface.
Right. So they can be seen and avoided.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Nancy, the EPIRB signal leaving town and heading over the Cascades. That one is kind of a well-known story in the EPIRB world. And I don't know if this was the actual incident, but one of the reported incidents was somebody had done a saltwater washdown on their boat before they pulled it out of the water. And did not pay attention to where the water was pooling.
Oopsie.
And it apparently set off the EPIRB. The boat was pulled out of the water. Boat was being transferred to a different location. Yeah. So the EPIRB was going bouncing down the road. Yeah, Rick, I kind of agree with you, but having dealt in that world from a different perspective than you have, drones don't really work that well. Even the unmanned drones, UUV drones don't work that well because they can never find their way back to a specific mine. Because they use INUs, inertial nav units, which can be affected by a set and drift of current. Okay, set and drift. Set is, here we go. Set is the way the current normally moves. In other words, depending on where your currents are, let's say the Gulf Stream, it moves north at about 4 knots off the East Coast. That's called set. That's pretty much a given. Drift is what happens when you get wind-aided movement or wave action that can move literally 90 degrees. So let's say you find a mine here. Okay, the set blows it north and the drift blows it, let's say it blows it west. Now that mine is really here. You think it's here with your drone. So your drone pops up, reports the mine being right here. Well, in the meantime, it's continuing to drift. Yeah, Rick, INU drift is a thing. It's called the Schuler cycle. Yeah, you used NavSats back in the day. We just took a swag. I had a pair of Singer INUs drift 172 miles apart on one mission. So yeah. Actually, Kermit, the Yankee search patterns have no effect on mines. Their acoustics are set very narrow. Most of their triggers are magnetic anymore. Ooh, thanks, Robert. I'll have to go look at that one. Unsubscribed podcast. If you don't subscribe to Unsubscribed, you should. That is a really good podcast. Gary Sinise is a very interesting individual to listen to. No, Kermit, it's not that easy. If it was, we'd have done it a long time ago. Anyway, food. I got to cook this weekend.
All right.
I'm thinking kebabs because it's freaking easy and quick.
I've never turned out a kebab.
Yeah.
I would never turn out a kebab. Kebabs are so many different things.
Yeah.
I love kebabs. Doner kebabs, standard kebabs, fish kebabs.
Yeah.
All good.
I am not putting mushrooms on those fuckers though, because they keep falling off the goddamn stick.
Well, I don't mind mushrooms. I am particular when it comes to mushrooms.
Yeah.
I like portobellos / creminis /
But
button mushrooms.
I've never figured out how to keep them on the spear.
Don't bother.
As soon as they get cooked, they fall apart. So then I'm sitting there scraping friggin' mushroom parts out of the bottom of the grill.
Now, kebabs, food on a stick is always good.
Yeah. Differs. You would not have survived well in the parts of the country parts of the world I was visiting back in the 70s.
Speaking of food, John Ringo is putting Italian and Creole food in his new book.
Okay. We'll see if it's Creole or Cajun. There is a difference. Not much, but there is a difference.
John Ringo's a good friend. Good friend. I'm going to be at his recipes. I'm just.
Now Larry wouldn't do that show. Larry
You couldn't
Lambert
get-
wouldn't do that show.
You won't get Larry Lambert on her.
Yeah, John is putting snippets up on his Facebook.
Well, and really what we don't realize is how much of a not nobody Mallory is.
So, food.
Now the question is what to do with them. I made, if I do my normal peppers and onions,
Rice.
rice flaff, as my daughters used to call it, because they couldn't say pilaf.
Rice is the traditional side to any shish kebab.
Yeah.
If you're not putting your kebab on on flatbread like a doner kebab.
Yeah.
Rice is the traditional, but not everybody likes rice.
Yeah.
I'm just
No, not really.
rice.
Now I like my mushrooms with spicy Italian sausage, breadcrumbs, garlic, and butter, and browned in the oven.
I like, again, there's one variety of mushrooms, portobellos.
Yep.
When they're small, when they're babies, they're button. When they're a little bigger, they're criminis, then they become portobellos. I like those mushrooms. All other mushrooms, not sure.
The big portobello's about that big.
I'm not sure because, as the late great Sir Terry Pratchett once said, all mushrooms are edible. Some mushrooms are only edible once.
Yeah, they are doing the button mushrooms with a wine and butter reduction with garlic.
I used to.
Saute them and put them over the steak.
Oh yeah, I would do. We had an electric skillet, and we'd get cheap a long time. We get cheap cookout steaks, and we do them medium rare in the electric skillet, and then we'd throw in a couple of either a box or a couple of jars of button mushrooms, and wine and garlic salt,
Yeah.
and some onions, and we'd reduce it and slap that over the steak. And oh my God, that was good.
I remember early 74, we were deployed to Misawa, Japan. Literally had 6 feet of snow on the ground. And one of the guys made it to the commissary just as it opened, and they had good steaks.
Oh,
They had grills out behind the barracks. So here are these crazy Americans digging out the grill in 6 foot of
out
snow,
of the snowdrifts.
barbecue, charcoal,
Button mushrooms, Pat. Button mushrooms.
yeah. And we are literally out there in 6 feet of snow in about 30 degrees, grilling steaks, and had a pan going with mushrooms in it. And all the mama sons are up on the second floor going, lazy American.
No.
Yeah.
Now I say mushrooms. If the button mushrooms, criminis, portobellos, all the same mushroom, just different stages. I'll eat those.
Yeah.
All other mushrooms I regard with suspicion.
I don't remember which ones are yellow and turn blue when you cut them. I don't think I've ever seen those.
If my fungus changes colors that dramatically when I cut it, I ain't eating it. That ain't right. No.
No, that ain't right.
Watching leftists melt down over troops getting steak and lobster is easy.
Why are you surprised, Greg? This is not an unusual situation.
Leftists got a left.
Anytime the troops get, I mean, if you watch a program called The Five on Fox, Tarlov has been doing everything she can with every talking point she can to tear down the entire structure of what Trump's doing. Oh, this is really a failure. It's not a success. Yada, yada, yada.
I just We're
Yeah.
asking the troops to do things. To do the impossible. In an extremely short span of time, with not enough stuff for people who are ungrateful, and people are bitching because we give them a steak.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're getting a pay that civilians doing the same thing would get double.
Yeah.
And they're bitching because we're giving them a steak.
Yeah, Rick, the traditional halfway meal on a submarine was surf and turf.
Hmm.
And that was always served at the 50th day of the patrol, whatever length it may be. So that's when the guys knew they were on the quote unquote downhill slide.
Wait.
Oh, speaking of Virginia and idiots.
Oh my God. Virginia, boy, they circled the drain a lot faster than I thought they were going to.
Yeah, they're now going to ban the purchase of AR-15s, ban the purchase of high capacity magazines, saying, quote unquote, you can keep them if you have them, but you can't sell them and you can't transfer them.
Only issue is that the Supreme Court's already weighed in on that matter.
Yep. Well, they're counting on the leftists and, pointing out, snitching on people that have them.
Well, what pisses me off is leftists, among the many things that piss me off about leftists, is they know the law they're passing will not pass muster. They pass it anyway, forcing somebody to take it to the Supreme. And when the Supreme Court rules and says, "Hey, black rifles or AR-15s are in common use, you cannot ban them," and then Virginia goes and bans them, something should happen.
Yeah.
This violates court precedent and the Constitution. You know it does, and you do it anyway. Something should happen. Something should get dinged.
Yeah, Michael, I do not know what's happening down in 23.
Isn't that the one that Brandon Herrera got?
It may be. I think that's the one that Gonzalez was in trouble on.
Yeah, it had to bail and made way for.
Yeah. Trump has come out and supported Herrera. Herrera is basically a gun blogger.
The AK guy. He's the one that
Yeah.
made the 50 BMG AK-47 because he could.
Yeah. And he has poked a lot of the rules and regs that YouTube tried to put in on guns.
Also, what cynically amuses the hell out of me was Brendan. He's part of the Unsubscribed podcast.
Yeah.
And there was an episode a while ago back. He has a copy of Mein Kampf.
Yep.
Because it's one that people pay money for, so it's an investment. And they were discussing it and how poorly it was written.
Yeah.
The writing is terrible. This is crap. Why did anybody want to buy it? But they do. So, and Rolling Stone magazine took like a 4-second clip about I have a Mein Kampf rather than the 5-minute where he's shooting it down. And that's what they run with.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Brendan sues them into the poorhouse.
As he should. Yes. Yeah, Steve, that's a damn good question whether Virginia will go that stupid. Virginia for years has banned radar detectors in autos, which meant everybody just went with concealables. And Virginia was also the reason that the Phantom radar transmitters exist, because Virginia outlawed detectors. They did not outlaw transmitters. So, yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, Michael, no question. It'll be a hoot with all the sound bites he's provided over the last few years. And you know damn well the left is doing the Oppo research on him to try to string those together
Mhm.
to make him something he's not.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
I mean, the legacy media has got a legacy.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Yep.
Between, and I think Greg. Oh yeah, they caught a glorious community noted that on X.
Yeah.
They did, and thank God people are checking them. But that, along with the what was it, CNN? They said that the attempted bombers were just two young men out enjoying a spring day
From Pennsylvania.
from Pennsylvania, enjoying a spring day.
Yeah. Even after the one was caught on video. That video is classic, by the way.
Oh God, it's great.
Yeah. Throwing over the guy's head as he's on video.
As he's talking about all of the how we need to accept immigrants, and
Yeah.
we're all, and here's this second generation immigrant flinging a pipe bomb,
Yeah.
and screaming Allahu Akbar. Glorious. Apparently, AJ Decker is from that part of Pennsylvania. I'm sorry, we're in Texas now, so
Yeah.
you'll be all right.
Yeah, the feds can charge him even if the DA declines, which she probably will.
I seem to recall that since they use explosives, ATF can get the feds involved anyway, but who knows?
Yep. Well, and it's being considered by the FBI as a terrorism incident.
It is a terrorism
Yeah.
incident.
I know that. You know that.
Apparently, both of them made res gestae statements when they were in custody.
Yeah.
Res gestae statements about, glory of Islam and all that happy horseshit.
Yeah. Yeah, Greg. Yeah, that's the kicker. The dumbass who had the bomb thrown over his head still thinks we should not deport illegals.
Mm-hmm. If that thing had gone off, if they were halfway competent.
Yeah.
Again, can't get TATP to, you can't initiate TATP.
Stop it.
How incompetent are you? Damn.
Books that are coming out.
Yes. We have books coming out.
Jana, help.
Somebody yell at me?
Yes.
Hang on.
I can't remember what books are coming out.
Oh my God, really? You're the publisher, you should know these things.
I've been busy.
Like I haven't been. Wobblegong and his boy is on pre-order right now.
Wobblegong and his boy.
Yes,
Boys
Ken
books.
Lizzie's first of his Sword and Planet is on pre-order. Deccan, really rockin' fun book. And then we just today, this very morning, released Mad Science Bits and Pieces, which is our next anthology of silly stuff. So also, Mike is on the phone with me, of course, because it's Mike, and God forbid I get through a day without talking to Mike. Buy Peace Child.
Yeah, My Peace Child. That's a good book.
Peace
Oh,
Child,
Peace
yes.
Child's a damn good book. It's really,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, what a fun one. So
It's very interesting with the way the book develops
oh yeah, it's fun.
and the characters in the book.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I love gunpowder. I love the gunpowder fantasy part.
Well,
It's just
and battle drills. I mean, we've got this great lineup of all kinds of really fun stuff. So, I mean, it's great. So,
Yeah, and Amazon's having a double Kindle points day to day. Yes.
woohoo!
double Kindle day. We should
Yeah.
do that. Get back to the computer. What you say?
Stand out front, look pretty. Yeah. Well, you stand out front
I
anyway.
stand out front. I got that part down. Got that part down. I can stand here.
Yeah.
Got a haircut.
Yeah, Peace Child's got all kinds of setup for interesting and new ideas.
Indeed.
Alma's got one just about ready to go. She's working on one from set around the early 1400s in England. I think it's going to be a very dark book for her, based on the snippets that I've seen. But she does an amazing amount of research.
No kidding.
Yeah, and that plays into many of her books if you read her series.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you. Apparently, Greg has convinced a bookstore in Bernie, Texas, to start carrying our books. Thank you.
Hell, Michael, he won't even do it in his Ranger panties now.
I've chased an attempted burglar through a hotel lobby. No, I've got some proper African shorts, which as soon as the weather stops being psychotic, I'll start wearing again because jeans in the summer are just damn.
PT belts, yeah, no. That's the Air Force. I've never understood that. Why do you wear camouflage and then wear a fucking PT belt you can see a mile away?
Don't give me the line.
Ah,
Stupid.
Anyway.
All right.
we have wasted another hour of your time, folks. It's Thursday, so we got a weekend coming up. Everybody just chill. There is,
Oh, and make fun of the cardboard Ayatollah.
oh yeah. Timu Ayatollah is the thing. He's not qualified to be an Ayatollah because he's not.
He's literally not Ayatollah.
He is a Nepo Ayatollah, which is against everything that they said they were going to do.
Oh, a third world theocracy changed their minds at last minute. Oh, noes.
If you were in the upper Midwest, yeah, good luck with the snow. And
We're in Texas.
yeah.
Good luck with the snow.
Yeah. Safety. PT belt protects from vehicle STDs and meteor strikes. Okay, fine. Anyway, remember, folks, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff. And we'll see you next week.
We'll see you Tuesday. Y'all be safe.
Bye-bye.
Timu Tola.
Oh, I like that.
Timu Tola.